What's up, guys? I'm Puckett here with Dmaq, and you are watching the Halo Reach Columbus Pool Play Preview. Now, Dmaq, for new guys joining us, break it down for them. What is the new pool play system going on at MLG?
Well, Puckett, we have 4 teams in each pool, our top 16 teams. Now, with those 4 teams, 4 new teams are going to be battling out of the open bracket the whole time, and those amateur teams will also join the pool. So you'll see a total of 20 teams in these pools, and the top team out of every single pool will advance to our winners bracket semifinals.
Wow, you did that pretty well. Yeah. I like passing things off to you. All right, guys, well, we do know our top 4 teams in every single pool, and today Dmaq and I are going to be breaking down Pool A, our first pool. And in this pool, we have Status Quo, the number 1 seed, 8th-seeded Dynasty, 9th-seeded Triggers Down, and the 16th-seeded Capital Punishment. Now, Dmaq, let's start from the bottom here with Capital Punishment. They're coming in with the 16th seed, and they played under a different name in Dallas.
Yeah, this was formerly known as Door Equals Gym. And Puckett, yeah, not a good team name, but Puckett, what they've done between events have really improved their roster. When you look at them dropping Milk and Minority, a duo that went negative 140 combined, and now they add on Twilight and Dursky. Dursky played extremely well for Swagger Like Us, going positive 68, really helping them get to that 7th place finish. And we've seen what Twilight could do in the past. He's led a team to a 5th place finish in Halo 3. So when you're adding these veterans, all of a sudden you have a team that is not that inexperienced and could make some noise. So Capital Punishment, they're a pretty good 16th seed.
Yeah, I actually think this is one of my sleeper teams for the tournament. They're coming in at the 16th spot. No one's expecting much out of them. Yeah. Dursky got dropped from SLU. Twilight got dropped from Darkest Hour. Now they're rejoining with 2 guys that really came out of the Combine, and one of them being Crim6. Now this kid is one of the nastiest slayers we have on the circuit. Look out for him. He's a very flashy player, great with the sniper rifle. I think these guys are going to come in unnoticed in this pool, and they're capable of doing some damage. Well, let's move on to the team that's coming in as the 3rd highest in this pool. It's Triggers Down, who on May 10th got some horrible news. Their teammate for this event, Defied, decides he is not going to compete anymore, not coming with Triggers Down for this event. They have until, I think, May 30th to lock down that final 4th player. Talk to me about this situation. What do you expect to see out of TD?
Well, Puckett, I don't think that was the worst news for them. The worst news for them is how they've been playing online over the past week. When you look at what they did from the roster lock to the point of May 10th, they were 3-15 online, 0-8 against Instinct. They weren't playing well at all. I think that's what made Defy make this decision. And now Triggers Down is a team full of questions because you go from having a 9th place finish, and that could possibly be your highest placing all season long because you're not playing well at this point. SK and Hysteria are really the only 2 players getting it done for the team. I don't know what's going to go on with them.
These guys are veterans. I think Best Man, you had a terrible event last time in Dallas. I think Best Man will be back at top of his game come Columbus, but really, these guys are in a terrible position, not really knowing who they're going to be teaming with until the event. I think they need to put in plenty of practice time. Triggers Down is not looking good, though, here in Pool A. But let's talk about the 2 teams who are probably the favorites to win it. We have Dynasty coming in at the 8th seed, and then, of course, our Dallas champion Status Quo are coming in with the number 1 seed in the entire tournament. But let's start off right now with Dynasty.
Well, Puckett, when you look at Dynasty, here's a team that almost took Status Quo out of that pool last tournament. And now they've really improved their squad between events. When you look at them dropping Ghostlyami, a player who went negative 62 for the tournament, and now they're adding Hines, a great support player. He went basically even for the tournament. You're getting a bit of an advantage on the kill side, and Hines seems to be a smarter player when it comes to Halo Reach. So, overall, Dynasty, suddenly they're looking very dangerous with the 2 Slayers and the 2 support players.
All right, I'll talk a little bit more about Dynasty in a minute, but right now let's talk about Status Quo, our Dallas champions. Coming out of that event, they're feeling great. These guys look prepared. They've been going back and forth to California, partying a little bit on the West Coast, going back out to Chicago, landing it up. I think SQ, they're prepared, Dmaq. They're feeling comfortable. Can they repeat? What are you expecting to see out of them come Columbus?
Well, Puckett, as you mentioned, they've had a busy schedule since the event. A lot of these kids still have school. They were partying in California. So the question is, are they going to be focused? They haven't been playing too much online. That might be about to change. There's still 2 weeks left to the tournament. But Status Quo, they got it done with their teamwork, with their communication, the fact that all of them have been there together numerous times and they knew how to handle the situation. Now that Halo Reach has matured a little bit, is that going to go away, or are they going to continue to build on what they did in Dallas? If they're able to do that, yes, they'll get better, but teams could be catching up.
Yeah, I think teams will definitely be catching up with them, and that actually brings me to this point. Dmaq, capital punishment or triggers down going to win the pool?
No way.
All right, so let's have this discussion. Who is going to win between Status Quo and Dynasty? I'll let you go first.
Well, this is going to be a very, very tough series between these two teams. I think each team is going to be on top of their game. Dynasty is playing a little harder at this point, but I think Status Quo is going to take them with their experience. They know that they want to repeat. They want to become that first Halo Reach Dynasty. I think they're going to take that pretty seriously. And if they're able to do that, I think they get out of this pool.
Okay, you're going with SQ. Now, it's hard to disagree with that, but I got to go with my gut here. Status Quo, of course, they have the best leader in the entire game, Flamesword. They have the Dallas MVP, Enable, who is just going off as a main slayer. But I love this new lineup from Dynasty. Now, these guys came in with no pressure coming into our first event. Shocked a lot of teams, finishing in the top 8 there. But I love the way they're built. They have 2 main slayers in Tizoxic and Snipedown, who at either time can go off. Both these players will continue to put up positive numbers in Columbus. And then the support. Probably some of the best support we've seen out of any team here. They're right up there with Ace and Assault here. I definitely see Destin is going to step up his game even further. He played great in Dallas, but I expect him to be even stronger in Columbus. And then Hines. Hines leaving triggers down. You know he will not lose a single game to them in pool play. He's going to be all fired up for that series. And I think Hines, he is that missing piece that Dynasty was looking for. With the pickup of Hines, I think Dynasty is stronger. They will upset Status Quo here in a best of 5.
You know, Puckett, it's hard to disagree with your logic. I talked to Destin. He's super excited. He's been playing the most he's ever played. It's a new game, new players, new skill involved. That's really rejuvenated his motivation. And when you look at Snipedown, positive 119 in Dallas, 1.27 kill to death ratio. On paper, this team has it all. They definitely do.
Snipedown has better stats than Enable. Enable was named MVP mostly for the tournament win here. But guys, it's all going down in Columbus, Ohio. Pool A. We're going to have them duke out on the main stage here Friday at 6:45 Eastern Time. That's June 3rd. They will be playing Status Quo Dynasty. Probably the fight for the top spot in the pool.
Can't wait for that one.
All right, that's going to do it for our Pool A preview. Make sure to join us tomorrow when we discuss Pool B.